All right, buddy. So, what's your name and where you from for the people that don't already know, and also the guest that you have brought with you?
Hi, my name is Eric Arlen Costo. I'm 32 years old. I done 11 years in a prison cell, and this is my cousin Krista Costa,
Hi, I'm Krista. I'm his handler.
Oh
who
my God,
uh we do a YouTube show together. I had a monetized YouTube show, but I just one day deleted it. 32 or 3.2 thousand subscribers. I deleted all the episodes.
It seems like the fucking trolls is getting to you, bro. It seems like the
Yeah.
trolls is getting to you.
Well, she could actually go into that because I've been getting in some situations where I'm having a hard time controlling my anger
Yeah,
in people's mouths.
yeah. Well, we're gonna talk about that, man. Give the people a quick rundown. What the hell sent you to penitentiary?
Well,
Quick rundown, because I know the majority of people watching probably already seen your first ones.
yeah. So I was a heroin dealer, a local heroin dealer. Two friends used to be childhood friends. They tried to rob me at a Wendy's fast food restaurant for my heroin. I ended up getting jumped by them, but I had a gun on me. I got the gun out and I killed one of them, and the other one ran away.
Okay.
And then I got out of there.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, there's more to this story if you want to check out some of his previous episodes on my channel. But you've been all over the YouTube realm when it comes to the prison genre, man. You've been all over people's channels.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, you got a crazy ass story, you know?
Yeah.
But what the hell's going on, man? You've been out. You say you've been dealing with some anger issues. You've been out for a while.
My mental, Dad.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it a little bit. You know, I've hit you up, a few times on a personal note, and I tried to maintain a relationship with everyone I've interviewed to an extent, man. You know what I mean?
But I come at you with some shit, like.
But hey, trust me, I get a lot of people coming at me with some crazy wild stuff, man. But yeah, I understand you be going through some shit, and let's talk about it, man. You see, you got your cousin with you. How is it being the handler of Eric?
Exhausting. Exhausting.
Is it?
No, it's okay. No, it's good because I want to see him do well. So
I do too.
I basically just yell and scream at him all day, every day, and I kind of feel bad because he needs like some guy friends because he's surrounded with me and Jen, his girlfriend, and his mother, and all we do is yell at him all day, every day.
Yeah.
But we're trying to keep him on the right track, and it's getting better. But he was kind of like what you guys would see on YouTube and stuff, like with his interviews and everything. That's Eric, but we were dealing with a whole nother Eric in the background with all the prison constantly.
Yeah.
All that talk. So we're just trying to keep him on a straight and narrow track. You know, he has a baby that you're going to find out today.
Yeah. I'm hoping. Yeah. Like I was telling you, I got the DNA test done. Hopefully today I get the results.
Are they? Is she trying to say it's not yours?
No, she said in court, she said it at the DNA hearing. She admitted finally that, I'm the dad.
How did that make you feel? I mean, did you already pretty much know it was yours?
I already knew.
Okay.
The reason for the DNA test, I think, was more so because the
Paperwork.
judge.
Paperwork. And I'm trying to get emergency custody.
And the judge actually told him to do this, that she was going to order this, court order this DNA test because she, I guess, identified that this woman is kind of unstable, maybe not the best, potential mother. So she actually ordered it purposely, even though the mother admitted that it was his kid, just so that that's out of the way. I think she gets released tomorrow. So it's like a deadline.
Oh, she's in jail?
She's in federal prison.
My son, because of this, my son has been in federal prison since he's been born.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Federal prison.
Yes.
Federal prison. My son.
Just a little baby?
They have this thing called the MINT program in the feds for women who are pregnant.
It's the same girl from the beginning, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
I thought it might have been some girl that was on the street. She got locked up or some shit.
Bro. It's the girl from all the way
with the tattoos and stuff.
Yeah, when we first started. The one that I was doing porn with.
Okay. It makes sense now. All right. So she just had the baby. I remember she was pregnant in there, and
she had the baby almost 3 months ago.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense now. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that, man. We'll talk more about that here in a second, but I want to talk about something a little more important, man. Let's talk about, you just coming out of prison. This is an issue that I have with a lot of people, because a lot of people come out of prison and they want to come on my channel and they want to tell their story. But I know some of these dudes, they can't handle the shit, man. It might not look like something they can't handle. I mean, you handle fucking stabbing people in prison, you handle doing all this stuff, but when you come home and you see people's thoughts right in front of you for everyone else, thousands of other people to read, and they're false thoughts. They're not real. They're just part of their imagination. The trolls, or the commenters,
people like us. When we see comments of dudes saying disrespectful shit, this is one of the things that I'm working on in therapy, and I'm trying real hard with, because I had a few close calls where I was crossing lines.
Yeah.
All because of tracking down people leaving comments.
Yeah.
And I grew up in prison. People forget that. My own family, Krista will tell you, she's my only family that's sticking around me. Her and my mom. That's it.
Yeah.
And I have a big family. They're all scared of me, because at some point I've had to put my hands on all of them. Because in prison, certain things you do and say, hands get put on, and I don't even realize that I'm not in prison anymore in a way.
Yeah.
Those aren't the same rules.
Well, that's like when I had to put.
But when it's a family member that's disrespecting me or saying whatever, I feel like it's a crip talking to me like this. You for real?
Yeah, you gotta remember too, man. It's just usually the people that are more comfortable with you treat you a little more disrespectful than the most,
I just told his mom that the other day.
They just feel comfortable to talk to you like that,
She talks crazy back to me, which makes me feel comfortable.
Well, you should just recognize they might be saying some pretty harsh shit, but really, they're just comfortable with you, and that's why they're saying it. But someone that really feared you, they wouldn't even say nothing disrespectful to you at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know that just as much as I do. But look at this. The main point I'm trying to focus here is there's a lot of channels out there, man, that just will jump on anyone coming out the penitentiary. And I did too at one point, but I've slowly realized, man, that, not everyone is like me. A lot of guys take that shit a lot more personally.
But these dudes that leave these comments to me, it's I feel, because in prison I had to prove myself, bro. So many fucking times I've had to fight. So many fucking times that I could barely eat my food because my jaw is all fucked up. I could barely sleep because both my eyes are swelled shut, and I could barely breathe because my nose is busted up. I ain't win every fight, but I fought my whole time until I became a high-ranking gang member. Once I got my high stat, I didn't really have to do it. I did still do that shit for certain reasons. But when I was younger, when I was 19 and I first went in, I had to fight for my fucking asshole, bro. That's some real shit.
Yeah.
Like 3 times. Had to seriously hurt somebody for
and this
trying
was in the beginning?
to. Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah,
what that's probably what snowballed the effect of straight killer. You know what I mean? Can't let nobody try that shit again, bro.
But it's like you're in the same position now trying to prove your motive, because I noticed
Yeah.
that you get more upset. Do you agree?
That was the next point I was going to bring up. Go ahead.
He gets more upset, I noticed, because I don't really see like derogatory comments. It's more so like always glamorizing this life, and you're not. And I think that's what makes you mad, is that you feel like you have to prove that you're a changed person, but you don't. Like, just like you had to prove yourself in there, like, don't fuck with me type shit. Like, now you're trying to prove to yourself, or prove to the society, that you're a half decent person. You don't have to do that. Doesn't matter. And that's what makes you upset, is when people question your motive of why you go on YouTube, why you do these interviews.
Okay.
You're not glamorizing.
Let's talk about how I got hired and fired in the same exact day.
No, I know.
Let's talk about that. Like, that's what I have to deal with, and people don't understand that. So my landlord knows this dude who has this big business and needs help. And he calls him and says, hey, I got this dude who's a hard ass worker, and he's pretty talented with his hands. Like, there's not much he can't do.
Mm-hmm.
So the guy's like, oh, I want him. Let me talk to him. She was right there. I had him on speakerphone. This dude actually
he saw you and said no.
This boss hired me on the spot, and then asked when I'll be home, because his company is only 5 minutes down the road from where I live.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm not sure, probably around 7. Would it be okay if I bring a job application over tonight so you can start tomorrow? How much are you used to being paid? And I said, usually anywhere from $100 to $200 a day. So he tells me, we'll start you off with $100 a day. And then, see what you can do. I said, well, really, I have no idea what to do with what you're doing. He's a tree farmer, Christmas trees.
Uh-huh.
He grows and trims. I didn't even know you had to trim Christmas tree. I thought they just grew like that.
I did too.
So this dude is like just straight high.
I didn't know either, if that made you feel any better, bro. I didn't know that shit either.
Yeah, but this dude hires me anyways, tells me as soon as I get home, call him. He's coming over with the application, right?
Yeah.
I get home. I call him. He said, hey, man, are you Eric Costo? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're the one that killed that dude at Wendy's, right?
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, listen, I'm sorry, but my wife and a lot of my family members would never speak to me again if I hired you. And he's like, no hard feelings. He's like, I'm going to try and find somebody else maybe that can hire you, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, listen, dude, I get it. You don't want no drama headed your way. It's cool. I'm used to this. But thanks for the opportunity.
I would have been like, hell no, that ain't me. I'll be there at 8 a.m., boss.
Yeah, but as soon as I show up looking like this, you're going to be like, that's you, motherfucker.
Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, they sell makeup for that.
Hey, but for real, hey, look.
But that's the shit that I deal with. I got hired on the spot, got exactly what I wanted, $100 a day to start off with. Dude was coming to my house to bring the application.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
but then he finds out who I am, and I know what happened. His wife probably was like, Oh, who? Went on Google, Googled my name. Oh, hell no. He ain't coming around here.
Yeah. I mean, you can't blame them, bro. People look at murder a totally different way than some people. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things people are a little standoffish about, you know? So you got to realize this, man. It's
everybody knows every word to every drill rap song.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they act like they don't know about that life.
Yeah.
What comes with that life.
Yeah.
With that life sometimes.
That's a whole nother genre we could chat about. But look, I got a question for you, man. Well, let me tell you something really quick. When I got out of prison, I got a job at a Firehouse Subs, right? Making fucking like $70 a day at tops. A week after getting hired, the place got robbed, right? They took the safe, broke the window safe.
I already know what you're gonna say.
I came in that bitch, bro, and they were about to lock me up. And I was honestly just trying to work to become manager to feed my kids better.
Yeah, but because of your record, they thought.
Yeah, but then they got the security cameras the same day, a little later, from the Carabas, that was our neighbors, and saw it was some dudes with dreads and shit. And then they apologized to me. But right then, bro, almost lost my job. The only thing I was having to feed my kids.
Yeah.
Sub shop, you know. Welcome to Fire fucking House, you know. So,
dude, did I tell them what the FBI did to me?
Oh shit.
What? Whenever about your jacket?
Yeah, about my jacket in my channel and shit. The FBI came at my neck.
So Eric's been in prison for 11 years. We know, right? So he gets out, and I
got out during COVID, so that's how I was able to get out with all my Browns.
Wait, say what?
Because they were just like, get the fuck out of here. I mean, they didn't even give me an ID, a state ID, a birth certificate, a social security card. It took me 7.5 months to prove who I was. The only way you could prove who I was if they took my fingerprints for 7.5 months. So that's how I was able to leave with all my Browns.
So I was going through some things with an ex of mine, and I had to go to court for it. He put like cameras in my yard, like real creepy stuff, whatever. So I had to get a PFA. Just crazy stuff.
Breaking in the house.
Climbing in my window while I was sleeping at night, like scaling my house. It was just crazy shit. So I had to go to court for that. And I always go like by myself. So he says, who's going to court with you? And I said, well, nobody. He's like, well, I'm coming. I was like, no, you're not, you know? He's like, yeah, I am coming. So I go to pick him up that morning. Here he comes out looking like a fucking federal prisoner or whatever, wearing his whole prison getup.
Oh
like,
my God, dude.
The courthouse.
The whole Browns?
He had a little rolled up hat too.
Oh my God, he had a rolled up orange beanie? Was it
orange? All I had.
Brown?
All I had was my state hat on. And my DOC jacket. That's it. I thought it would be funny.
It was.
Wearing that shit in the courthouse.
Oh my God. No, what did they say? What happened?
No, well, first of all, we got stopped a few times by security. But they were cool. Eric was respectful. They were respectful to him.
I was like, no, it's cool. This is me. It's mine.
Yeah.
I would show my ID. I was like, I'm free.
Yeah.
I did my time.
So
but like it was just hilarious. Like
it was
to be a free man, walk through that courthouse that took 11 years of my life, and I'm walking around there with my state shit. I thought that shit was funny, bro.
She came in there with some slides and some sweats.
But the real reason I went was because this dude beats her.
Yeah. He's a piece of shit.
Not anymore. But while I was in prison, this dude felt he could put his hands on her and do whatever he wanted to the kids. He was beating the kids. I saw tons of pictures.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I'm just finding out about this, bro. I've been in prison 11 years. I don't know. So I just get exposed to this. So that's why I asked her, who goes to court with you? She says, no one. I said, nah, fuck that. I'm going. Because what does he do to you when you're alone?
Yeah.
Tell him.
Well, And not to mention, you saw
he's an
when
asshole.
we left, we were in the same parking garage with him. Like, you know what I mean? There's no cameras in there. Nothing.
But
like, he's crazy.
so explain to him the video and
so
how.
Anyways, he didn't show up for court initially. He ended up coming an hour and a half late. But at that point, we were going to proceed with the court hearing anyway, because he had not shown up for several of them and they had a warrant out for him anyway. So we didn't think he was going to be there. Eric and I go outside to smoke outside the front of the courthouse until they called us back in to just proceed with this hearing.
Shit. He rolled up.
He rolls up. Well, he must have already been in the courthouse. So he's walking out of the courthouse and we're standing there and he sees him like, oh shit, you know, he immediately, this guy, he like pointed, like, go to the garage, like said something to him. Well, then here goes Eric. So I'm like, Jesus Christ almighty. He's in all this DOC, you know, get up, all this, right? And I'm like, if something pops off, like they're going to automatically assume it's him doing it. Like I brought this guy to like go after him.
Yeah.
So they were arguing, like kind of going back and forth.
I literally got up and ran down on him.
Yeah. So,
and was like, what's up, bro?
So I'm like standing there like panicking, like, no. So then I'm like, okay, record this, because if he hits him and he beats his ass, like it's their word against each other. And are you going to believe, you know, someone who was in prison for 11 years or this guy who gets away with everything?
Yeah.
So,
what was bad was she didn't record the beginning.
She just saw you run up.
When dude was talking crazy to me, she didn't start recording until it was my turn. Like, yeah, let's go. Go in that garage. Yeah. I'll do you. Like, I said all kinds of crazy shit. Like, I'll do you anywhere. I'll do you at this courthouse, bro. Wearing this DOC shit. I'll smoke you, bro. Like, I'm talking crazy. And
needless to say, the FBI saw it.
But
how the FBI see it?
The FBI seen it because everyone around here thought it was funny because this dude tries to act hard as hell, and I'm like really short, and this was like this big ass black dude, and it's like little old me, and I'm like talking crazy, so everyone thought it was funny. Well, the FBI they somehow get my mom's number and they call her.
Holy shit.
And they're like, either you tell us where he's at so we can confiscate all of our DOC property, or we're going to put a warrant out for him. So my mom's like, I have all of it. I could go get it right now. I could go to my son's house right now, get it, and mail it to you.
Well,
and then the cop was like, "Yeah, the state police." That was about some other.
We had to go.
That was with when Wild Rain got shot.
No, but that had to do with that.
Dude, holy shit!
Because of all the.
Yeah, my homie, fucking R.I.P. Wild Wayne, a couple weeks ago was in a shootout with these Detroit dudes, and you know, he did his thing. He shot back, bro. He shot back, but they smoked him.
Damn. R.I.P., man.
Yeah. But because I was with him 3 days prior to him dying,
they're going to pull you into mix.
Then me and him text each other every day because he started rapping. Everyone knows, like, I write poetry. Like, I can write bars for days. Motherfuckers wanted me to start rapping. And Wild Wayne just started rapping, and he was blowing up in our area. So Wild Wayne would always hang out with me, try to talk me into that shit. And I would tell Wild Wayne, I ain't really into being a rapper because it just seems like you got a bunch of money for a couple months and then you get your head blown off. I got enough problems. Like, that was my reasoning to him. He like, man, we cool. And she was with us. We all went, me, Wild Wayne, his sisters, my cousin, my girl. my cousin, all of us took our families, her kids. We all took them to this festival called Park Fest. And that was the last time I was with him. And, you know, once again, he was trying to talk me into, he was a part of Get the Bag. Get the Bag crew is a crew in our hood in this area that raps. And he was trying to talk me into rapping with them.
Yeah. Let me bring up a topic that probably a lot of people need to hear, man. She brought up something that, you know, the comments try to prove your intentions, I guess you could say, or your motives and stuff like that. Well, let me ask you something. Let me just ask you a quick question. What is your intentions with your channel right now? As of right now, what's the motion of your channel? Let me hear that.
First of all, I am not a violent person.
Mm-hmm.
I am a defensive person.
Mm-hmm.
If you bring violence towards me, I'm going to bring it right to you immediately, because I don't want to be, I learned my lesson of being caught off guard and being sleptwalked. You're not rocking me to sleep and then sneaking me. As soon as I'm aware of it's going to come to violence, I'm going to come at you. I grew up in fucking prison. That's how I'm trained to be. What people don't realize is I don't ever start anything with anyone. All these bars that I'm barred from for yoking somebody up or doinking somebody or choking somebody, like, bro, they threaten me nonstop to the point
where
I'm
like... Did they touch you first?
Huh?
Did they touch you first?
I always wait until they touch me first.
Okay.
I always wait until they get aggressive first. Okay. I don't ever put my hands on anybody first.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm a defensive person. Like, even Main Man, on that video, you don't see me touch him.
I mean, is there anything that you could do?
I'm telling him, I'm agreeing with what he said. He told me, you won't fight me in this garage where no one can see us. That was before she was recorded.
You know, give me something that you get all the time, man. Say it to me.
What do you mean?
What's a line that someone says to you that gets you fucking, if you were to go and get aggressive with them?
You ain't no real Crip. White boys ain't running no prison. Being me as a Crip, I get so offended because the dudes that are telling me this, I can tell they Crip the way they're talking. So what I get mad about is, like, literally, bro, I be calling these dudes out on everything. Like, try and G-check me. You can't. You can't catch me up on no knowledge. I guarantee there's over 100 Crip sets that you can't even name around the world.
Look, I don't need you to look, Eric, man,
but this is my main. Hold up, this is my main point, and you can verify this. In a prison yard in the summertime, you walk around with no shirt. I have Crip this fucking big on my back.
Yeah.
I was in mostly all blood jails. You know from being in prison, bro.
Yeah, you don't get that shit.
How the fuck could I be any bitch?
But that's the thing, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you, man. That's Pennsylvania. This is a big-ass fucking country. You come to Virginia with a big-ass Crip, you might know your knowledge, you'd be all right. We're pretty close.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
I've been to jails where dudes told me I couldn't be Crip.
But that's what I'm saying. There's too many. It's too many inconsistencies, bro. You will never not hear someone tell you you're fake. Snoop Dogg probably gets called fake 1,000,000 times a fucking day, bro. Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, and he real. He a real OG.
I'm just saying, bro. Look, you got to get past this shit, bro. I know it's a molding factor. It took a little time for me to get used to. oh, you know, you're just a little, you're probably getting your asshole taken every day, bro. That's why you're telling these booty bandits, you know what I mean? Fuck all this shit I've gotten all the time, bro. It's a molding, right?
Yeah.
But this is the thing. You don't have to prove shit to nobody, bro.
That's what she tells me all the time.
Like, you're getting so...
She tells me this all the time. You're getting
so heated right now talking about, like,
yeah,
how...
I can tell. That's why I'm trying to stop his ass. I'm like, calm down, man.
So listen. I mean, for real, you're getting so mad right now trying to prove this Crip shit, right? You're not in prison. You have a son that you're going to probably find out is yours. You're trying to get a job, so you can't say that
that's the weird thing, too. I don't do anything illegal.
Right.
I let all my homies know what I'm doing, that I'm done with the criminal life. I'm like, I will never not be Crip. That is my family. But nowhere in our bylaws tells us that we have to be a criminal. Mm-hmm. Snoop Dogg, motherfuckers want to call him a fake Crip because he does all legitimate shit. There's nothing in Crip law that says you must make your money as being a criminal.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle found a way to make legal money, and he was making legal money. That doesn't mean he ain't a real bloke. He ain't a real Crip.
All right, now look, this is another thing, man. This is another thing that I see because I'm surrounded by gang members, man. You know, I talk to cats like you all the time, bro, from all other states. And I see the same shit. It's the same stuff with everyone, man. The guys that I'm talking to, I could tell they're good guys. They're fucking, if they were to erase prison out their fucking life, they'd be fucking excellent, awesome, kind, loving people, man, without any kind of anger or hostility towards someone trying to come at them. They'd just be, hey, let it go, you know? You gotta put it in your head, man. You're either gonna see when you're a gang member. This is the thing that I've noticed with gang members, man. It's almost impossible for them to walk that complete, perfect line. It's almost impossible, bro. And that's just the truth to it because they want that. They want
done.
It can be done. You gotta have a good mind. You got to play the game right. But this is the thing, man. You got to choose. Are you really going to be that fucking light? Or are you going to be a little bit of light? Or are you going to be a little bit of dark? Because that shit will never work. You'll never win like that. You're either going to be good or you're going to be bad. And you're going to strive to be one to the most. Or else you're
bro, look.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been out. I did 11 years straight. I did 4 years and 7 months altogether in solitary confinement. Mm-hmm. For the shit I did in prison. I did 6 years over my minimum when I should have got out. Over Crip, over gangbanging shit. Mm-hmm. I've been out now for what? 14, 15 months? Mm-hmm.
Doing good.
I have not been arrested once.
You're doing good, man.
I have not been arrested once. I have not made one penny illegally. I have not done one thing illegally since the fuck I've been out.
That's good.
I smoke weed all day, got my medical card. Every medication I take, which I take 9 pills, is for all my bleeding ulcers and all this crazy shit I got going on in my head. Mm-hmm. I don't do nothing that isn't prescribed for me from a doctor, and I don't do nothing but on the weekends or at night sometimes have a couple beers.
Yeah, that's good. You're not becoming an addict, man. You're not going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, like I'm not doing shit. And that's another thing. People talk, oh, this dude's so gone. This dude's going to be dead within a week. Like, do you realize I speak at Gateway Rehabilitation Center?
Well, and that's what I'm saying, where you get worked up over, like, where when people are questioning you on, like, oh, he's hot, he's this, he's that. Well, what everybody doesn't know is he has, PTSD. He's on medications that do make you a little tired and lethargic and things like that. He's on them because he was 11 years in prison and by himself in solitary confinement for several years. Like, yeah, you're going to be a little bit nuts. So depending on the time of day we might be filming, he might be a little groggy. He might be a little sleepy, but it's not drugs, first of all. And I know he gets very, like, I think it hurts your feelings, honestly, that
it
people,
does.
that people think that.
Because I feel like in prison.
It hurts mine. People tell me I'm on
like,
dope, bro.
I feel like in prison, to me, it feels like walking into prison and someone being like, that dude's a rat.
Right.
Yeah.
When dudes call me out and tell me that I'm fucking up, that I'm a downward spiral, that I'm going back to jail any day, when I see that shit,
well, that's what brings the person back out.
I picture somebody tapping me on the shoulder and being like, yo, you see dude in chow hall?
What's it gonna take to get rid of you to picture that shit, man?
He just told me, you a bitch. And he gonna smack the shit out you today at yard to prove to everybody that you a bitch. That's how I feel. Like to compare a scenario, you gotta understand. I went to jail at 19.
Yeah,
I didn't get out.
I was in prison at 18, bro. Shit's crazy.
Yes,
I know, bro.
Exactly. And then I didn't get out until I was in almost 32 years old.
So look, though, you're identifying your.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. Now, I'm like, you're identifying that kind of stuff brings us out of you, right?
Exactly.
So look how whenever you even just talk about it, now you're getting all worked up and you're getting all wound up over this, okay? Because you function better in chaos than in normal life, which is one of the things that you have been working on. So if you know that that's your trigger, then that's the kind of stuff you have to ignore. And that kind of like brings me to why I think that he kind of wanted to jump away from like his own prison channel, was because you see, like, he'll do these interviews like with you or whoever, but now this is all he's living. He's reliving it, and it's consuming him. Yeah. So without him doing the channel, just strictly prison stuff with some humor and some like lightheartedness.
Exactly.
His moods where he gets wound up are fewer and far between. He's able to cope a little bit better. But those comments where people are questioning him and questioning his motive and intention and where he's going to be in 6 months or, a week, that's what gets him. That's what gets him like this.
Yeah.
Like now it'll be a bad day. Not necessarily, but I'm saying like if that ruins the day.
I think my interviews are therapeutic.
Yes.
But me doing my own content is making me want to fucking run out the house and
just the comments, bro. It's simple.
Because that's all you know.
Just stay the fuck away from the comments section. Let your cousin handle it. Make the content.
Well, I bet. Listen, on some real shit. This is why I came up. This is why I deleted my monetized channel, which I could have sold, but I deleted it. I had 3.2 thousand people. I deleted that shit to prove my loyalty to my cousin, and I asked her if she would please start a new channel with me, because I do like doing this. It's fun.
Yeah.
And this is a big part of your life, so you can't forget.
Yeah.
Act like it never happened.
I want to do it, but it's better for me to do interviews about prison, which, like you said, bro, I'm on everybody's prison channel. Everybody interviews me. That's cool. That makes me feel good, being able to get it off my chest. When I have to do my own shit, it's like I gotta pace back and forth like I'm in a cell and relive prison over and over and over again and think about what I'm gonna talk about.
Well, that's the thing, man. You gotta.
Some people, they might have not went through crazy shit in prison. Well, I did 6 years over my minimum. I had crazy experiences in prison. So when I relive that shit, and then I see these fucking dudes who have no idea what type of level I can get on, write comments and I know I'm gonna get them on this channel too, but
we do.
I mean, you know, you're always going to have haters, like you said, but I'm working through it now through therapy and my cousin now. I have her right next to me.
Yeah, that's I think that's a really good
calm
idea,
me
man.
down. I have family. I have my blood loved one, you know, right next to me. And that is something you don't have in prison.
Yeah.
You don't have your loved one, your family right there to be like, don't stab this dude in the face.
Well, and I think it's okay, like, you know, that Crip life and all that, that your loyalty, you know, you have that loyalty to them that was your family for a long time. So it's not like I think anybody's telling you like you can't, if you do this, you can't do that. You can still have your loyalty to what you have, but unless you plan on going back to prison, you really do need to lean more towards the, okay, I'm not in prison. I need to find new coping mechanisms. I got to find new strategies to, you know, to move on for the day, not let this ruin my day, because tomorrow's a new day and stuff like that.
But I do know that.
But you're starting to do it, is what I'm telling you. You're starting to do it. I'm seeing that. I know you know it. Where before, I don't think you knew how to do that. But now, like, notice no one's nice to you anymore. Like, we just literally like grab and say, enough, stop, quit your shit. You know, like before it was like kind of the approach. We had to be a little more sensitive with you. Now we just go in on you. And to be honest, it seems
because
almost
I'm
like you
used
respond.
to
Yes,
that.
you
Because
respond
that's
a
what
little
I'm
bit
used
better.
to. I'm used to my homies.
Yeah.
For 11 years, I only lived with men.
Mm-hmm. No,
you
do respond better.
I mean, yeah, we got female staff, but real shit, for 11 years, I lived around men. So I talk to men. Mm-hmm. We don't talk like we are soft. We don't talk in a low tone. We say what we mean. We mean what we say. Word is bond. If you break your word, you're a fucking punk. Like, if you do any homosexual activity, get the fuck out the car, get the fuck out the whip. If you ratted or told or did anything close to that, get that fuck out of the whip. You're getting banged out. There's so many rules when I went in at 19 that I had no idea about, that I learned. I grew up in prison is what I'm saying. I became a man and was raised by lifers. Shout out to the fucking 7, 8 lifers that came across my life that fucking made me who I am today. And they are the ones that told me to never fucking come back. This chain, people talk all kinds of shit. Yo, why you wear a silver chain with a little ass cross? What's that shit, like $20?
Yeah, they don't even know, bro.
Yo, a lifer gave me this. That was his. And gave me this the day I left prison and told me to never come back. If you love me, if you got love for me, if you really my brother, you'll wear that shit all the time and you'll never come back because you'll always remember what prison was like. Like, that's why I'll never rock no fucking, I don't give a fuck about jewelry. That's why I don't join no rap shit. I don't give a fuck about having millions of dollars. I just want to have a normal life. I want my son to have a way better life than I had. Like, I did what I had to do, and Crip will always be my family. That was my family for 11 years. Like, that's just how I feel. I want to be normal. I don't want people to be scared of me. But I also want people to respect me enough to know not to come at me.
Well,
like, why are you trying to get clout? Why are you trying to get clout off me?
It's always
like, why do y'all want me? Why do y'all want me to hurt y'all so bad? That's what I feel like. I feel like everybody is willing to risk their life for some clout over me. And 9 times out of 10, these local dudes that say crazy shit, bro, you could ask my cousin. My DM is full of apologies, and I'm so sorries, and I never meant that shit. But they leave a comment on the page, like, talking crazy. Like, I didn't even know what clout chasing was. I had to be explained why these dudes are doing this.
Well, what do you think's gonna fix the situation, man? What do you think's gonna help yourself? I want to hear. What do you think would help it? The way you think and look at things.
I think that once I get my son in my hands and know he's safe, I think my life is gonna flip like that. That's how I feel.
It might. Mine did.
I feel that when I get my son and know he's safe and he ain't around no shit that I ever was around or had to be around as a child or when I was older, when I feel I got my son protected, that's when I feel that everything in my life will change.
I feel like that's part of the reason why you've been kind of...
Bro, I'm a fucking killer, and you see these tears coming out my eyes. Like, people act like us in this gang, like, don't have real feelings and don't have real emotions. And, like, recognize real, like, I ain't scared to fucking do this. This don't take away from the fact that I put dudes down. And see, again, I'm reverting back to gang shit, and I'm crying about my son. That is fucked up. But that is what prison, when you put a child whose mind fully isn't developed until they're 25, when you put a child in prison and have them grow up by prison rules, this is what you fucking get. I'm the product of what you get.
Yeah.
A fucking mental mess, dude. And most of the people I hurt in prison, I didn't even want to, bro.
Yeah.
I just did it because it had to happen. And if it wouldn't happen, it happened to me.
Well, man.
Like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, me and you are talking like we're talking off right now.
It's all good. It's all good, man. People need to see this side of shit, man.
But
this is the thing, though. I tell people all the time because they come home from prison 20, 30 years, and they want to come on my channel. I said, bro, I gotta think twice about having these guys on, man. You know what I mean? Some people, they just can't take it. So that's what I'm saying here, man. It seems to me the only thing you got an issue with is trying to prove yourself to other people and letting comments get to you. So you got to let them go, man. You got to either block words that you don't like to see, or you got to stop looking at the comments altogether, or until you can just grow out of that prison mentality, because it ain't going to go out in 16 months. How long you been out? 16 months?
No, like 14 or 15, something like that.
11 years.
I got out March 28th, 2020.
Yeah, man. So
right when COVID hit.
Look, when you can't erase 11 years of prison mentality, man. It took me just fucking almost 2 years to get rid of a almost 4-year bid. Just a little under 4-year bid to get the rhythm and the mentality of, hey, you bump into me, you better say excuse me or there's gonna be an issue, you know? So now if someone bumps into me, I'm like, fuck you, you know, under my breath, and I walk off. I ain't gonna say, hey, bro, where's my excuse me? You know? So it takes time. It just takes time.
Yeah, what is up with that,
bro,
dude? Nobody has no fucking respect for nobody out here, man.
But you got to realize, too, man, you went this long with this mentality you got of physical violence and pressing up on people, trying to prove yourself. You went this long without even getting a charge or without getting arrested or without doing anything crazy. So, bro, you're doing
I had the biggest test when me and Wild Wayne were at Park Fest.
Yeah.
And Wild Wayne spoke some knowledge to me, and my cousin spoke some knowledge to me. Tell him.
You could have died with homeboy. You know that, right? You probably could have died with him, man, if you decided to move things a different direction.
Yeah.
What? You tell him the story?
Yeah.
So when we went to that, when we went to Park Fest, that festival he was telling you about earlier, I noticed from a distance there was this guy talking to him, and I didn't recognize him. I didn't know who he was, but didn't look like anything was getting out of control. But some made me just kind of like watch the situation. This guy kind of approached him. So a little bit of time went by. We're all sitting down at a picnic table eating, and this guy comes back over. Eric's somewhere else. He's talking to Eric's girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Turns out it's his co-defendant that ended up turning around and testifying on him. Before he went to prison.
Yeah. It's the dude I didn't
The one
kill.
that set him up. Yeah.
The one that ran and lived.
Yeah.
It's him.
So now, mind you, these events are patrolled. You have police there and everything. And Eric was just kind of like standing at the right place at the right time, right in front of a few police officers. And the guy felt this was the time to walk right up to him in his face.
This dude waited, and Wild Wayne called this. Mm-hmm. He's like, watch, main man gonna wait until we have to walk by the cops, and then he gonna approach you. He's like, cuz, don't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
so he
do
did.
Shit.
So he did. And he walked up to Eric, and what I was watching from a distance turned out to be him walking up to Eric right in front, 5 feet away from the police, telling him he's sorry for testifying against him. He's sorry for setting him up and trying to rob him. Now, mind you, he had already apologized for this years earlier, denied that he ever did.
While I was in prison, him and his boy Darren Martin both got on the phone and apologized for not being on my side when shit went down.
But Eric he did good.
So I knew it was a setup.
So we're all sitting at the picnic table eating. He's off somewhere else. And the guy knows his girlfriend. I'm sitting at the table with her and my kids and your cousin. So he comes over and he's just
off somewhere with Wild Wayne.
So he didn't get a reaction. He didn't get a reaction out of him. So he comes over and he's talking to his girlfriend, just pushing her, poking her.
To your girlfriend?
Yeah. So now me and Wild Wayne are on another part of the Park Fest. And now dude is trying to get my girl mad.
Right. So, and he wasn't being aggressive or anything. He was just stupid shit. And she's like, all right, dude, like, I got it. Like, okay. And I can't hear what he's saying. I'm sitting, his back's towards me. And I'm trying to listen. And he's just like mumbling. But I see she's getting like all worked up. Well, he walks away for like a second, I guess. And I was like, who the hell is that? And she tells me, I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. So by this point, Eric comes back over and this guy's gone. Well, he must have been watching from a distance because he sees Eric come back over to the table. So now it's all of us. He comes back to the table.
Back over to the table. Now, as soon as he sees me and Wild Wayne sit down.
This is still in front of the police.
This dude.
Like, why do you keep coming back to this table? Everybody keeps telling you to leave.
Like my whole family told him to leave the table.
I even
soon as me and Wild Wayne sit down, which you gotta be a fucking nut.
Because he felt protected.
Or it's a setup.
Trick up.
And you feel protected.
Yeah.
So he came
to
back
come
over.
sit next to me and Wild Wayne.
Well, he could have been really, really, really scared and really just wanted to make y'all.
Nah, it was blatant.
And then I found out. Yeah, and then I found out who took him there, because he was always seen the whole time at Park Fest alone.
Yeah, he was by himself
with no one.
And after this, he was gone. He wasn't.
Then I find out main man I killed. His mom's two friends, they husband and wife, they took this dude there.
Now, you had put on social media prior to that you were going to be there.
And I put, on
your Instagram or
I like people knowing I ain't
and then the
on
police
no
were right
shit.
there too.
I like people knowing I ain't on no bitch shit. So sometimes like I would post shit like, yeah, I'm gonna be here at this time. All y'all that got money on my head, and da da da. That's why I ended up deleting my Facebook. Because my family was like, all you do is tell people where you're at and to come. And they never do. Some dude left a comment about me. Read it. I'm telling DOC TV to fucking start a fight club channel and let me fight whoever left this comment. And I don't even know how big dude is. Like, this dude could be 300 pounds, but I know he's another Crip. I said, I'll shoot the tray with him on camera, no matter what, who the dude is. I don't care how big he is, because I've had to do it already.
But you don't have to anymore.
But I just want to prove one time.
Okay, exactly.
Like, y'all keep saying, oh, white boy ain't no real Crip. Like, I pray this dude is big as shit and beats the living out of me.
Yeah.
Just so people understand, like, you know how many sanctions I've fucking had? Like, I want this dude to be big and just demolish me. Just to show people what it actually takes in prison to rep a gang and be a part of a gang. Sanctions are for real. Sanctions are 3 minutes with your hands above your head while 3 of your homies body beat the fuck out of you.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
And you can't drop.
Wait, let me ask you a question real quick.
See, I've seen that done plenty of times.
Let me ask you a question. Say you get your baby and your baby's taking a nap in there and somebody makes a comment like that.
Holy
What's
shit.
your reaction?
I was about to ask that shit. That's crazy, man. Yeah, well, you said the baby's going to change your life, probably, in your mentality. What would you do if someone's threatening you while you had the kid? How's that
what I
change
mean? That's what I mean. That's what I mean by saying. That's what I mean by saying. I know when I have my son in my hands.
Calm you down.
So you're saying you want to do that?
No. I understand.
I know it's hard.
I still feel like I'm in prison so much. I still feel like nobody can punk me. I'll die.
Well, you can't do that anymore.
Before someone will punk me. And now I have a son who is born, but she's never let me see him. I've never got to hold him. I've never got to smell him. I've never got to touch him. So I'm still in my fucking cell, like in my head.
Well, I mean, that's your head, man. You know, I'm just a fucking convict just like you, man. I can't do but so much breaking down mentally, you know. But, you know, some people, they can never fix their mind. Some people can. Some people dwell on things more than others, and it'll never stop. And it's just how they are.
The point is, I'm out. I put myself permanently, my crib, all the way out in the cut.
Good. That's good.
Private property. Cameras where I could see people coming from a mile away. Like, I'm off grid, and I do everything legally. I do contracting work for like 4 different contractors I help with. That's how I make my side money right now. And, you know, like I said, I just started the clothing company.
Yeah. So you got a lot of sales for that t-shirt, huh? Jenks jumping?
Bro, this shit almost sold out.
Yeah.
This shit literally almost sold out.
I can see why it would.
Yeah.
Not pink ones, though.
Yeah, not
the pink ones in
so, the pink ones was the first 10 prototype. That's why people see me wear it every day.
Oh, that's pink?
Yeah.
I thought that was red. I must got the color settings fucked up on my camera, man.
Yeah, bro. This is
no,
pink.
I can tell now it's pink. Yeah, I can tell now.
Yeah, so our 10 prototypes that we got were pink.
Yeah. No one wanted those?
So, no. We got a lot of girls. What?
There's girls.
I got like 40-something girls that want pink ones.
That's nice.
And a lot of them, you know, were victims.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. That's right.
And, you know, we got something going in the background that we don't even want to talk about because we don't want people to think we're clout chasing or anything or any shit like that. But there's a reason to all of the things on our clothing.
Okay. Well, that's good.
That people are going to see later on.
And it gives him, like, Eric and I both, that's one thing that him and I both have in common. We're both very, like, creative people. Like, what I do for a living is very, like, black and white, very technical, very, you know, you have, it's the right or the wrong way, but
tell them what you do.
Well, I'm a nurse. So, I mean, it's like, I have to.
At-home nurse. So, who has, like, many patients. Like, she goes from house to house to house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I have to always be critically thinking. I'm the only one in the house. If there's an issue, you know, I have to address it or figure out how, or, you know, just the other day I was there, someone was in septic shock and I ended up having to, you know, there was just a lot of stuff that I have to do that's just very, like, right or wrong, or this is the right way or wrong.
The person was literally dying.
So
in front of her.
Yeah. So
and they didn't have an ambulance in the area and told her sorry.
Yeah, they had to get one from Negley, Ohio, which was like over 30 minutes away. So I had to like
this is in Pennsylvania. She had to wait, and like this lady is literally dying in front of her.
But anyway, so when like a creative outlet helps me to stay sane, and that's the same with him. So we've been working on a lot of stuff, different designs and different things that are meaningful to him. And you know what? It's fun for us to do. If it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And you know, it keeps his mind busy. You know, we haven't done anything yet today. You're you know, but throughout today we'll probably work on some stuff, and you'll calm down, and it's therapeutic for him.
After we do get rid of the first 100 of whatever color, whatever size people end up ordering, we're gonna launch our actual whole clothing line and everything, simple, but everything will be simple. You know, just the advice that you said in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, I mean, you're the king of everything that is prison camp.
Shit.
You know this, bro.
I'm just entertainer, man. You know drill, man.
Like, this is me, Cuzzo, right now, right?
Yeah.
In prison, right?
Yeah.
You are supposed to do shit like this.
Yeah.
Like, you are supposed to show your respect because your channel deserves respect.
Yeah, that's how I look at it too, man.
All avenues, bro. You touch on every topic. There is no other channel on YouTube other than yours that not only hits all topics, but makes people like me who are having really bad days, you know how to do shit that'll have me laughing all fucking day, bro. Like, I'll wake up in a bad mood. Like, bro, the one video, I love when people are dancing and you do the commentation. When you're on the side, you like when you doing that shit, bro, when main man, yeah, I love that shit. That shit be funny as hell. But bro, when main man started doing the twerking, I swear to God, I get up and I start shaking my head and go, no.
No.
And then all of a sudden I see you go.
Hey, but look, this is the thing. Like, see, this is the thing, man. When I first started doing this stuff, I was having fun. And then it started turning into I'm just making content.
Yeah.
Don't ever let it get like that. Do what is fun to you. You are a character, bro. I can tell you are a character. You are given as much as the violence you said.
Bro, please tell me you got to see the news report yesterday. Yet?
I did. The shit was good. It was good, man. Look,
I mean, that was the first time I ever got to do anything like that. That was fun.
Expound on it, man. Expound on it and find that character.
And that jit did get caught, which sucks. I mean, I don't ever pray prison upon nobody.
Hey, it is what it is, bro. I mean,
but he got far.
Yeah.
He got far, bro.
Yeah. And look, man, it's like you just got to find, you know, I couldn't keep doing interviews, bro. I couldn't keep hearing war stories every fucking day. I
Well,
couldn't do it.
That's what we.
Because it was triggering you.
It was not only triggering. It's just, bro. Okay, look, your eyes and ears are the windows to the soul, right? You hear and see shit all day. You're gonna think about it all day, and it's just gonna put you in a bad mood, man. Even if you don't recognize it. I was hearing stabbings, killings, and shit every day from interviews all day, and there's so many interviews people don't even know that didn't even go good because people were fucking maniacs for real. You know, be completely honest. They were, and that's just how it goes. But your mind, my mind, hearing it all day long, it took a toll on me, bro. Same with the comments in the beginning for me. It's always one thing. So when you find these things, you got to transfer your mind to something else. Like me, I said, fuck the interviews. Bro, I got to do me. And me, I'm a fucking clown. I'm a joker. I always have been. I could be serious and lethal as a motherfucker.
Just like
that's how I love to laugh, bro. That's me.
And that's how he is. And like a lot of people will make comments and things and they'll say,
a lot of people don't notice, but me and him DM each other all the time. Yeah. I'm always coming to him for advice.
I feel like people get on you because you gave up like the nonstop prison talk. But I mean, like,
and people are like, "You're nuts. Who deletes a monetized channel?"
They're mad. Like, what are you doing? Like, this isn't going to go. We don't care if it goes.
You're on a downward spiral. Well, you'll just delete a monetized channel.
You'll get it right back. You'll get it right back, man. I got.
Yeah, but who cares? And the thing is, like, it'll just be us, like, bullshitting, laughing, having a couple of drinks. Like, we're gonna do all kinds of different stuff. And
I got some pranks.
Yeah, we got a lot.
Like, I want to do everything. I want to do everything that I see that makes me happy, that I watch on YouTube that makes me happy. I want to do a little bit of everything.
Like, when we make videos, he has a good day. You know, like, he has a good day. Like, it's not forced. It's just natural. Like, whenever he was going to do his little DNA test the other day and we went up there, I said, why don't we film it? Like, people don't know. People know you as somebody who, got released from prison. Nobody knows, like, what you're actually doing. I said, record it. Doesn't matter if it doesn't go with a theme. Who cares? If they want to watch it, they can watch it. If not, who cares? So we've been just kind of doing stupid stuff like that. Like, we're always, like, sending each other material or saying, what do you think about this or that? And just that, like, looking at different things and communicating about stuff that does not have to do with prison helps you so much.
And that's why I begged her to do this with me, because I knew she would bring the old me out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me alone in a room talking about prison.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
That's all. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Well, look.
I'm around a loved one and we're having fun.
Yeah. And that's key. And that's why I led this interview in the direction that we did, man. Because really, I know what you've been going through behind the scenes. And ladies and gentlemen, well, first off, man, before we close out, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you. You got a new channel name, anywhere else, anything else you got going on, where they can find you.
Say that.
Eric named it the Costo Show.
Oh, Eric named it. She ain't agreeing with it, bro.
Well, I said,
both our name is Costo, so it makes sense. It's a show.
It's a show, and we're the Costo.
What's your first letter of your name? What was it again?
Costo.
Make it an ENC Costco show or some shit. I
don't know, but we made it the Costo show.
He said this is what it's going to be, and I said, you know what?
Starring Cuzzo Costo and Krista Costo.
There you go. I know wrong with that.
Look, it's just what you
all C's.
Get out of here. All C's.
She's like, don't throw me in this.
Get out of here. You are in society.
Okay.
You're not in prison. Back the fuck up. That's why I'm saying.
Damn. Just keep with it, man. You got to stay the hell away from the violence, from all the bullshit, and realize that this is. It can be the street life out here and it can be gruesome, but this is for the most part the squares world, right?
Yeah.
This is where the squares live, and you got to become a square somewhat to live in it, man.
Yeah.